Currently, I keep 8 different colonies of ants, along with 2 founding queens. This all totals to 9 different species of ants. Hello everyone! Today, I will be touring you guys around my diverse collection of ants. Starting of course with our pair of founding queens, both of the species Messer barbarus. First we start with the larger of the 2 queens. She's been on a period of on and off with brood. She's laid a few large batches of eggs, however they've never advanced to larvae. Queen 2 on the other hand is smaller, has laid far less eggs, but still, similarly to the other queen, the eggs haven't become larvae. Hopefully this changes soon, as I would love a colony of Messer barbarus. Next up we have our 2 colonies of Ponerines. First of all we have Odontoponera denticulata. This species I got last year in October, as a sort of panic purchase as I thought my Ectomomyrmex genji weren't going to found correctly. Currently it seems like quite the opposite is going to happen, as a similar thing, compared to the barbarus, is happening with these girls' eggs, as there hasn't been any larvae hatch yet, other than that they've been eating well, and they look as impressive as always. Our other colony of Ponerines is the Ectomomyrmex genji, which have been an absolute blast to keep. These girls came to me as a single queen a month or so before the Odontoponera. They've only laid eggs inside test tubes filled with a clase and mix. I can assure you that I've tried many other nesting environments with white sand, bamboo tubes, and even large boiling tubes filled with the same clase and mixture. Anyways, these beasts have laid a few eggs. The darker eggs are mature and around a week from hatching. After the Ponerines, we have our 2 species of Lasius. First, we have Lasius flavus, aka the yellow meadow ant, arguably one of the most beautiful native species of the UK. Our colony has 5 queens and around 10 workers. These ladies have a good amount of pupae, along with a healthy pile of brood. I think they could easily reach 100 workers this year. I caught these last year after noticing a local nest preparing for a flight, and have been caring for them ever since. They've grown to be one of my favorite ants even amongst my exotics. My other species of Lasius is my Lasius niger, which I found to be surprisingly fun. On surface level, they may look like the boring everyday ant. However, when you get into the nest, there's loads of amazing things to see. From their unique brood organization and their very physigastric queens, Lasius niger has been amazing to keep. My colony has around 20 to 30 workers, loads of eggs, and loads of pupae. I expect them to get to around 300 to 500 workers this year. Next up, we have our 2 colonies of ants belonging to the tribe Componotini. First up, we have the amazing colony of Polyrhachis dives. These divas are doing alright, as they've experienced a drop in numbers and they have no visible brood. However, the workers are very plump on what appears to be honey. The tube is completely covered in silk, which suggests that they have larvae, but there's no confirmation. Hopefully these ladies do good this year. Our next ant species of the Componotini tribe is the Componotus nicobarensis, also known as the Nicobar carpenter ants. These ladies have been growing very well with 9 workers and loads of pupae. I'm expecting them to reach at least 300 workers this year, if not more. The Nicos have been a blast to keep, and I am expecting them to get their first major out of the current egg pile. After the Componotus nicobarensis, we have our Myrmicinae ants. Starting off with, of course, the European fire ants, aka Myrmica rubra. I currently house these inside a naturalistic setup, thus I'm not aware of their precise numbers and amount of brood. The only thing I know is that there is always foraging workers, which will make any food I put in disappear very fast. I also now know where they are nesting. I know this because around 5 workers came up from the ground when I watered the soil. There is also a lot of moved soil. All this evidence tells me that they're nesting in the back left of the outworld. I expect them to grow to maybe 100 to 200 workers this year. After these fiery ants, we have my newest ant colony, and probably my favorites. These are my Pheidal notus. Pheidal as a whole is probably my favorite ant genus, so I may have some bias towards these girls. However, they've been very exciting and an amazing journey to keep. They are currently housed in a Wakushi Venus nest, which has had very good success for me, especially with young colonies such as this one. This colony has 1 queen, 2 majors, and around 80 workers. This colony has experienced a little bit of a die-off, but that is as Expected, as fetal minors have a very short lifespan. The queen has laid a fresh batch of eggs, but other than that they have no brood. However, they've absolutely swarmed every piece of food I've given them. Overall, they're doing well, and I expect them to reach 500 workers this year. That's all the species I currently keep, so I'll see you guys in my next videos. Goodbye, and good luck with your ants.